So, California, right? I live with Don Ramon. Man, if we're listening to some Grupo Firmo, right? Grupo Firmo. Bueno, pues estamos aquí en el episodio de podcast. Estamos con No Se Ria. Y estamos con mi primo Eduardo, mi primo Daniel y mi primo Iván. ¿Dónde fue Iván?
It's like right next door.
Let's start out. Let's introduce our
Bienvenidos todos,
guest.
estamos en el podcast de No Se Ria.
Yes,
Estamos
sir.
en el capítulo 24 y aquí estamos con los primos Eduardo Tovar
Ivan,
y
Daniel.
And our special guest,
es José Tovar.
Jose
JT.
Tovar, JT, bro. Yeah, we should have like a little clapping
Yeah,
thing.
Right?
But yeah, man, how's everything, Jose?
Everything's doing,
You're doing
everything's good.
Yeah.
I was like doing,
No, yeah, you good.
no, life is good. Family's great.
Yeah.
You know, most importantly, our health. You know, we're here.
Yeah,
You know, we have this opportunity to be here.
yeah.
You know, so I think that's speaks a lot. And you know, to be here with you guys, it's amazing. You
Dude,
know?
it's an honor that you even came, you know, because I mean, the thing is, like, we haven't had a guest in so long, maybe like since November.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get this one right here.
All good.
Since November, so it's been a while, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, who better person to kick off the year than you know?
Oh wow, I'm kicking off the
Yeah, you're kicking off the year, our first guest this year, and we just know you as like somebody that just doesn't care. Like you, every time I've like talked about you or anything like that, I've always brought up that you just don't care. You're like outgoing, like you're silly, and like you just don't care about what people think.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Definitely.
really, really cool. Like we admire that, and you know, yeah, hopefully you bring that to the podcast today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, he already started with the introduction.
I know, bro.
That was like a perfect introduction.
To us, that's kind of like the hardest thing for
Yeah,
some reason.
I was just joking. Y'all could use that. It just
Yeah.
came out naturally.
Hey, but how does that come naturally? Have you done that before?
No,
Never.
no.
It's
But
not like you can do like radio or some shit.
maybe I've been told this because at work.
Yeah.
Oh, can't say at work, right?
No,
But
you can
maybe
say at
my
work, but don't
house,
say-
I have I have my nice speaker and microphone and everything,
Yeah.
so I would like get on it or karaoke,
Oh shit.
and which I've taken to work, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, it is work related. I've done announcements like
Yeah.
the store's closing or like attention customers.
Yeah.
You know.
So whenever it comes to your job, I mean, we're not gonna say where you work at, but you're pretty much like the leader or like the supervisor or something.
Yes, so I'm the general manager there.
Like that? Okay. So
See.
you, when it comes to announcements and stuff like that, you always have to be in front of people.
Oh yeah, definitely in front of people. You have to be like fearless in front of the crowd. I've been on stage before too, like
Yeah.
on the mic.
Oh my god.
Like
dude,
80% of our customers are Spanish speaking.
Yeah.
So it can sound like a little bit like this. Atención clientes, el tiempo ya son las 5:55 y vamos a cerrar en los próximos 5 minutos. Favor de traer sus órdenes hacia el frente y una de nuestras cajeras le va a tomar su pago final. Muchas gracias por visitarlos el día de hoy. Tenga feliz día.
Dang, that was fucking good.
It's like radio,
dude.
huh?
That sounds like you should do some radio.
Whenever
thing,
you
bro.
started working there, were you already accustomed to talking like that, or
No.
did it take a while?
Actually, I had like a shell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I had it in me because
Mhm.
I've done like karaoke and stuff, and I always like to be in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Like dancing, for instance, right?
Yeah.
That's one example. You're in front
Yeah.
of a crowd and
Mhm.
you're just showcasing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I had that, and I started showcasing it with my customers,
Yeah.
and I've gotten told before, like, hey, there's a set of voices, so I'll go.
Yeah. like one thing I cannot like deny is that it's not so much like how you sound, it's just that it's just fluent. Like
Yeah.
it just rolls from your tongue, right?
Well,
like
yeah,
do
well,
it so easy.
I mean, I can do like different voices, like
Oh shit. Like cartoons and stuff like that.
I mean, I could.
Little talent show right here.
I can do like Phineas and Fern,
Yeah.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I
do
can
all
do
that
like
shit?
an English accent.
Hey, what if you change your voice and do the whole podcast in that voice? Maybe by the time we start drinking,
Right?
maybe you come out by itself. But first shot, we already poured up. So yeah, cheers, salud, or whatever you do it. We have a habit of always doing this thing. You don't have to do
Yeah.
it, but
Cheers.
Oh no! Cheers! I like this. I love
Thanks for
this.
the first one, yeah.
Lalo's tequila, huh?
yep, Lalo's tequila.
Ah, we're about to try this.
All right. So I always got to take time because I've had past experiences where you go through the wrong hole and almost die.
Oh man.
So I gotta
That's a
be
little
real
too
careful
much.
with them. You think
Yeah.
that's a little too much?
That was a little too much for me.
I think that's gonna wake us up though.
Definitely.
But yeah, man. Okay, so just a little background. JT, Jose, however you wanna,
Yes.
go by.
Definitely.
We've been like through a lot, right? Like I mean, as far as growing up and everything, we grew up not with a lot of money, so like
Yeah.
we always like got together. There was a lot of parties and stuff like that, just because like that was the thing back then, right? And whenever you were younger, like there was no going to like Jumping World or anything like that. It was just getting together. And it's crazy how we still to this day kind of do the same thing. We get together.
Yeah.
There's always like those parties, those big parties and stuff like that. But I know that you've been through a lot, right? Like you have a lot of stories. I know there was even a time where you had to like, you weren't even like living here anymore. You had to go somewhere, and a lot of stuff happened over there. I don't know if you want to touch on that. That's whenever you went to San Francisco, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, we started with our culture,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
That's the culture that, we're Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much we are kind of trained, like it's in our DNA, especially being first generation,
Mhm.
maybe even second here, right?
Right.
Our parents put us here, we get our education, right? After we get our education and graduate, we tend to like, okay, that gives extra push, get
Mhm.
married,
Yeah.
have kids,
Right.
you know what I mean? So that's pretty much like the rhythm.
Right.
For me, I caught on that very early, especially since, I had girlfriends since I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
I've, something about me is like the longest time I was ever single
Yeah.
from 18 to 30,
Yeah.
31. No. Yeah, 30 probably was like 2 months.
Yeah.
Because I always,
Wow.
You always dated. That was kind of like because you wanted to, or just because like you just didn't want to be by yourself.
I didn't want to be by myself.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
that's why I dated. At the same time, I was very careful though.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
Protecting
course.
myself. I was
Yeah.
very careful with my partners.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's the longest I've been single now. It's
Yeah.
almost 2 years.
So you're saying that whenever you're growing up in a first generation household and stuff like that, is always kind of like the parents always tell the kids after high school you go to college, you get married, all that stuff. But
Yes.
you just kind of wanted to do something different. Like
I
you didn't
wanted to
want
do
go that route.
something different, break
Yeah.
the chain,
Mhm.
do me.
Yeah.
I mean, it all started too when I relocated to California. So
Right.
I was 21 years old when I got off.
How,
the
bro?
management
How?
position.
Like you're younger than Ivan, bro. It's insane.
Man, yeah, I was like 21 years old when I got offered the management position where I work at, right?
Yeah.
So before then,
Mhm.
I had you already know that I was, I had a rough childhood. Like I totaled two of my cars.
Yeah, I remember. We can get into it,
We
but
can get a little.
whatever you want.
But here's the thing: after every mistake, it taught me a lesson.
Yeah, of
Taught me a
course.
lesson to do better.
Yeah.
That's why I tell everyone like that I meet that they're going through like something like a worst case scenario. Like my little brother, he had he totaled his car not too,
Yeah.
recently.
Right.
I'm like, don't stay there.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep going.
Yeah, because it's so easy to kind of just be like, man, I messed up real bad.
And
like,
to get stuck and
yeah,
that's it.
down and- yeah,
No,
yeah.
you got to keep on going. And
Mhm.
me going into college, I enrolled to universities in downtown.
Okay.
So I did that one semester.
Mhm.
I was in the salsa club. I had the car. And during that time, I totaled the car. The
Yeah.
Silver Cavalier. that
I
was driving.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your baby.
Yeah, my baby. So at the same time, when I got enrolled into school, taking my core classes,
Mhm.
I was like, you know what? Like, I can't do this. Like, I need something quick. I need something fast,
Yeah.
So after taking a semester off, I went to enroll to the ACC,
Okay.
went through their firefighting
I
program,
remember that.
EMT,
Mhm.
which took me like a year. Like, the classes were ridiculous.
Mhm.
It was like, I wouldn't say ridiculous as of hard or as I didn't like,
Yeah.
but it was like going back to school again. It was like
For a firefighter?
8 to 4 or 8 to
Okay.
5, Monday through Friday.
God. So you wanted to go to something that was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do something for my for my career.
Yeah.
But you felt like you were going back to high school in a way,
Yeah.
right?
So at the time, I didn't know I was going to be a manager. So mindful, this is like 19. I went in there with like, I want to help people,
Mhm.
I started volunteering. one thing about me is I get like very dizzy in the car.
Yeah.
Like, and every time after I was volunteer to do ambulance runs, I would just throw up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of what you saw or what?
Not what I saw. I think maybe the worst thing-
Nerves?
Yeah.
Yeah? No, there's no shame. I mean,
like
I
me
just,
mareaba.
yeah.
Like I get
Yeah.
dizzy, like
Yeah.
super dizzy.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, obviously when it comes to like an ambulance, like they go crazy whenever they're driving to the
definitely.
destination.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I mean, some people, it's like going on a boat, right? Like you
Yes.
get seasick. Some people have it, some people don't. So it's probably the same thing you had, right?
Exactly. Where there's a speed limit too, you know, to think. But yeah, I realized that, you know, I needed to do something else.
Mhm.
So after that, right after I finished, I was working at where I work at, right?
Mhm.
I told my manager, I was like, hey, look, I need to do something like with my life. But I
Okay.
need to do something because I was already 21. My ambitions was to like move out already, get my own place or whatever. I mean, that's everybody's, but doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Um,
How old were you at this time? You're still 21?
yeah, I'm still 21.
Okay.
So I wrote this email to the, you know, the VP at the time, and I told them what I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like 2 weeks later, they call me.
What did they say?
we want to offer you a position in San Jose, California.
What was your first thought? Like, I don't know. You
My
were excited.
My first thought was like, no way. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Just too far away.
Yeah, I was like, no, but I wanted it too. Like, I was like, so I took about a week and a half to decide
Okay.
if I wanted to do that.
Mhm.
And I went with my gut.
Mhm.
But because my mom knows me really well and stuff, and some of my family was like, no, él va a decir que sí, lo va a decir que no.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know? So
Yeah.
I went, man. I went for it. One of my best friends, Jose Campos, he helped me out on this drive all the way over there.
Damn.
Packed
Shout
all
out
my
to
things.
Jose.
Shout out to
That's a
him.
good friend, bro. Somebody that takes
Definitely.
you. He drove you all the way over there, California, or what do you mean?
Bro, like we had a drive, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he drove like on the whole 27-hour drive. Me and him.
bro.
And guess what? He had a girlfriend at the time, bro.
So he had a girlfriend that he stayed, like she stayed here while he went.
And the girl was against him, and that, you know, she left him after that.
Wow.
Dude,
Damn.
let me just say, bro, like
That's crazy.
shout out to him, bro. Because I mean, like I'm pretty sure he's still your best friend, right?
Definitely.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's only a handful of people that you can say those are your real
Yeah.
friends,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of them. So
Yeah,
that's cool,
definitely.
man.
Yeah, I'm like my list of friends is very short-handed. Like
Yeah,
I have 3 best friends.
Yeah.
You know, a girl and 2 guys.
right.
And that's it.
Okay.
You know, I don't go, and other than that, it's my family. You know,
Yeah,
family is very important. Family's everything.
Yeah,
But that's how it was, man. And going over there, turning 22 over there, 23.
yeah. So the deal was you were gonna go over there and you were gonna have a place to live over there, or how did it, like, where did you live over there?
I lived at an extended stay America
Okay,
for
so
1
hotel?
month. And
Damn.
after that, they were like, you're on your own. You have to
Oh.
find where you're going to live.
Yeah.
So this story gets even crazier.
Why?
But before that, we're going to take another shot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
definitely.
already over 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes we're taking a shot.
Yeah.
So
that got me, bro.
right, bro?
I don't know why.
I know, dude.
Yeah,
I think
don't take
that
too much.
one shot.
I think that's probably like 3 shots, right?
that 3 of the last shots. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, just take like half.
a little bit.
right there.
How you feeling, Jose? Like, you feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Okay. Pour me up, bro.
Just
Imagine.
clip-
Hey, by the time we're done, imagine like we just have no fucking clothes.
No, we're going to definitely finish that bottle.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
So I put the AC at 65.
Same.
Too much.
Okay.
Just because like I know that once you start like pouring up the shots, you start getting a little hot.
Yeah.
In this room, for some reason, we have lights and everything. So
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know why that whole got me good, bro.
I told you to take. I told you to eat some tacos.
Yeah,
bro.
breakfast.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
you
we have some tacos
I ate
right there.
earlier, but nah, I'm good.
You went with you, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna start hitting later, and we're gonna eat them hoes like
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
I'm already planning on to.
Yeah,
All right.
but yeah, let's do it. Come
You
on,
ready?
It's
Cheers, guys.
Jose said the story's about to get crazy, so
the story's
take
about
this
to get
shot.
crazy.
oh yeah. All right,
We'll be back after these messages brought to you by Allstate.
Allstate,
Yeah,
imagine.
I wish we had freaking sponsors.
I know.
You should do a
So-
different voice every like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every break, do like a.
I wanna hear that finish.
Not a different voice, but made like
Perry the Platypus. I did not expect you here.
damn.
My
that's spot on.
nemesis, Peter the Panda.
As a doctor.
Hey, would you say you and your brothers are all alike, or everybody's different?
We're different.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody's
That's
like you.
crazy.
I mean, we're alike when it comes to eating. Oh,
Yeah.
except for Alan.
Okay.
But I can eat a tons.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I know you can't remember back then you used to go to mom's house just to like eat and stuff like that.
And then
That was badass.
and then I found out you were doing the golden corral breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, I did. It used
So
to come around.
I started tagging along with you guys.
Really?
I think those times were pretty cool. I know that maybe to you was just kind of like whatever, but to me, like it sounds weird, right? But like I'm the oldest out of my brothers, right? But to me, for me, you were my older brother in a way.
Oh wow.
Because I don't know if you remember, like a lot of the times whenever it came to you learn how to do the jumps, I was doing the jumps.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that. I remember that. You
Wait,
had a
if
whole
you-
drum set.
Yeah, if you were drawing, I wanted to draw too.
Oh,
Just
man.
because in a way,
that's true. That's why you have
Yeah.
the all that stuff.
yeah, dude, it was kind of like me trying to find some sort of not approval, but like you know,
Something that I can like talk about, maybe.
yeah, like just following his footsteps in a weird.
Okay.
And I don't know if I ever told you that, but to me,
No,
like you're
you
like
didn't.
like my older brother, somebody that I looked up to a
Sports
lot.
too, football.
Sports, everything. You know,
Dang.
That's
That
crazy
makes
because
sense.
at the same time y'all were doing that, it
Mhm.
was always me and Christian. Always me and Christian. I was
Yeah.
always at his house at Christian. I remember we were just always both
Yeah.
in your mom's. I think it was either your mom's room or his room, and we were just all day. You could probably cut this because he probably not gonna like. We're all day just on the direct TV,
Yeah.
just trying to find the password.
Yeah.
1111, 1112,
Should have had the
1113,
password for what?
for whatever, you know what I mean? And that's all day is us just
Yeah, nah,
Wow.
like
hanging out, having
That's
fun.
crazy, man.
yeah, like when it came to me, you're the person that kind of got me off that shell that I had because like I was like this chubby kid, and I remember Fitness Connection opened up for the first time,
Yeah.
and you're like, for some reason, I guess like I don't know because of the age gap is pretty big. It's not big, but it's like
Yeah.
you're a couple of years older than me, right?
Definitely.
But whenever I was like a little chubby kid and everything, you're the first one that kind of took me out of that and took me to Fitness Connection. Remember, we drove there. We would always work out and everything. That was before it, Fitness Connection was what it is now. It was
Yeah.
like small
It was
location.
a little room, right?
It was a little
Yeah.
room, and I
We
got in
worked
the
out
best
together,
shape because
right?
of you, huh?
No way. Are you serious?
I swear, dude. I swear. I remember. I remember. I lost so much weight. I got real like in shape and everything. And it was during a time whenever I was like, just a little kid,
Yeah.
kind of chubby, sad all the time. To then like working out, like finding confidence, and then joining the football team for the first time in
Yeah.
my 7th grade year.
Yeah.
It was like a totally different person, and I
Isn't
think
that
that's because of
insane?
you, bro.
Oh,
Like, so
man.
thank you.
Hey,
Isn't
Yeah.
that? Oh,
that
sorry.
means a lot.
Yeah.
That definitely means a lot.
Yeah, I
you,
mean,
you didn't have an older brother, so
I never did.
and
yeah.
you know what? I didn't have an older brother either.
I know.
So
And it's funny because you find like Oli, you find
Ray,
our Ray and other people that are older than you
Yeah.
as your influence, right?
yeah,
And it's kind of like funny how that kind of like just kind of goes down
Wow.
to your younger cousins, which is in my case it was me, right?
yeah,
And then I influenced maybe my brothers as well.
As
so-
soon as he got in shape with shoot, he had me
In
in the
shape?
treadmill like cursing at me. You remember
Yeah.
that? And I'll be
Really?
crying,
Yeah.
bro. I'll be crying. I don't want to stop. He'd
yeah,
just be like,
because I remember how
Wow.
how addicted I was to try to like just get to where I wanted to get. And I remember, I was to the point where it could have been 12 a.m. at night, right? And I would be out there just kind of running like un loco, just
Yeah.
running in there. And it will be whatever time, and I would just be on the treadmill, just running, just because I really wanted to just lose weight and kind of find myself in getting accepted into a team, because like most of the people that were in that team were in shape, were bigger,
Mhm.
were faster, slimmer, everything. But yeah, I remember I used to like tell Daniel, because I was like, dude, just get in that mindset that I was getting,
yeah.
which was like just being crazy, you know,
Yeah.
doing whatever it takes to get to where you want to.
Yeah.
That used to push me.
And that's how I am these days. When I get in a diet, bro, I get like just a piece of chicken and 2 eggs. That's my meal for the day. Like hardcore straight,
Oh,
and
man.
I lose weight like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, and I kind of got it from him because of what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never thought about that, but that's why I do it.
Yeah,
because-
dude. So it's I mean, in a way, it's kind of like me giving your flowers. I mean, like we aren't as close as we were before, right?
Yeah.
So you know, I just want to let you know. I mean, I've always looked up to you, and you're always my kind of like somebody that I was like always trying to be like in a way.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I wanted to be you, but I wanted kind of like a, you know,
Role model.
a role model.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. But yeah, man, sorry. I mean, it's kind of awkward,
That's
weird,
crazy.
but
Hey, no.
This is mind blowing because I remember he had a drum set. And me and Christian, we used to go in there. You'll be like, "Man, have you touched my drums, bro?"
yeah.
And we'll just be like in his room because you used to have that one room, remember?
Yes.
And we'll go in there. We'll just be chilling, playing or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'll just keep looking at the drums like, "Damn, I want to touch the drums."
Yeah.
But I don't
You guys
want
want to take a shot on that?
Yeah, man.
On that note,
And then you had the Step Brothers movie, just adding that on there.
I know.
Will Ferrell put the balls on the drum set.
I remember that.
Wow, well that's amazing. I mean that that really means a lot to me, actually. I didn't see it that way, but
Yeah.
that should trickle down, bro.
yeah, it trickled down. But if I would have told you the sacrifice I had made
Yeah.
to like make it into sports in middle school, I had asthma and I had an inhaler,
Yeah, I remember.
so I had to lie on my physical.
Mhm.
I'll put that I don't have asthma on there.
Yeah. And you'll be in the game probably almost dying and shit like that. Trying to catch your breath. Or...
Well, the crazy part of this is that I just stopped using my inhaler.
so you
one
think
day-
it fixed you?
Yeah, I think it fixed me. Like one day I just forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
And besides my mom like giving me like Mexican remedies,
Yeah.
she gave me a aceite de armadillo,
Okay.
which was, you know, like armadillo's a state animal. Like,
Mhm.
what the hell? Yeah. That's illegal, right?
What were you doing? You were
Texas.
white. You were like
Disclosure, not sure if it was actual armadillo, right? But that's what they would call the medicine,
You know? Okay.
right? But she would bring it from Mexico. And I remember she was giving it to me. It was the nastiest medicine ever.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like you would
But-
take it by mouth?
By mouth.
Oh, okay.
It was in liquid form.
Okay.
And I just started training myself. I started training my lungs, like in my lunch breaks.
Yeah.
I would go and run
Mm.
because I ended up playing football, soccer, and track.
Damn.
And
Damn.
yeah, and I was a MVP for like the 7th grade. The first year, I was MVP. I still have a plaque.
That's crazy. Yeah, you have trophies and you had a lot of trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
remember that.
That's another thing I remember.
You
Going
played
to your
football
game.
because of him?
I played football because of him.
And I played football because of him. So you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? How it trickles down?
I didn't
Yeah.
play
And
football.
I played football. I played football with your brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I ended up at Mill because the coach recruited me.
Yeah.
They wanted to recruit me from 3 schools. Milby was one of them.
Yeah.
And the coach went and signed the papers, and I went over there with my sister. My sister
Yeah.
went to Mill because of Magnet.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember you were the type of person that whenever you decided on doing something, you also go all
Yeah.
out and do everything it takes.
No. If I set a goal, like if I say I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might not be now or right there, but I have like, it's kind of like I have like a deadline.
Yeah.
I have 36 hours to do this.
You're
If
still
not,
like
I'm
that
never
to these
done.
days?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm the same way, bro. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do
You're
it.
gonna
And if
do it,
I-
yeah.
and if I fail, then I failed.
It
You
could
know
be
what I
the
mean?
most.
I just tried
yeah,
it.
It can be the most simplest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm not gonna go get takeout. I'm gonna cook tonight.
Yeah.
I'll get out of my way. If I forget, I get home, I'm tired. I'll get out of my way, go to the grocery store,
Mm.
get something, and cook. You
Yeah.
know, because I said it. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
that's
the same way, bro. I'm the same way.
That's something that I
it's
picked
that
up
Tovar
on.
mindset.
That's what I was gonna say. Who do you think you got it from? You think you got it from anybody?
Our parents, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at our parents, what they like set out for us,
Mhm.
like it's
That's true.
it's
Like,
crazy, man.
that's one of the things that I remember whenever I was younger. I used to like I used to hear from my friends, hey, me and my dad this or me and my dad that, right? Like they'd always go and hang out with their dads, and I would always kind of like be a little upset, and I would always say like, dude, like why don't I have my dad? You know what I mean? My dad's over here like working 2 jobs and doesn't really have time for us and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I got older that I was like, you know, he was doing it just to be able to provide. You know?
Definitely.
You know, it's something like it's something that we took for granted. Like as far as them, like I'm pretty sure their mind was like, man, I don't want to do this, but I need to.
Yeah.
And for us as kids, we were like, man, my dad probably is just doesn't want to like be with me.
Yep.
And it sucks because like whenever I was younger, I didn't see it that way. Whenever I was older, I saw it and it was like it meant a lot. And that's why it was like a lot of the times it was like, well, I can't disappoint my dad because it's not fair for him.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely not.
You know what I mean? So I think that's true when it comes to how we are. You know, us choosing not to do bad, us being good people is because of them.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I always kind of feel like even if we ain't doing nothing, let's go back to school. Even if it takes 20 years, we're still doing something to kind of like not disappoint our parents. You know, let's do something. You know what I mean? Not just kind of stay stuck.
Keep active.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Just because he's working, we could do. You know, he could work all this.
Yeah.
We could do something too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially me, since I'm at the house and I see when he gets like back from work.
Yeah.
I'm there laying down and I'm like, damn, he's
Yeah.
barely getting, you know, out of work.
Yeah.
Like after like what, 8 hours or even the whole day of working, and I'm just there like I'm just here laying on my bed, you know, using the phone on TikTok or playing my game, and it's like
That's crazy.
damn.
And they've been doing that for years. And your dad is older. Too.
Yeah, they're older.
Honestly it's kind of like our mentors, our role models, and our motivation to do better. You know?
But don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with like staying and relaxing, you know, for a couple hours, days, even like to find yourself, to get yourself back to speed, like a reset button.
Yeah.
But just don't stay there too long.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We gotta get back to the story.
I know. Let's go back to the story.
So
I think we're gonna have to take another shot, though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take another shot, but we're all over. We're kind of been all over the place. We haven't even touched back on Joselo's crazy
structure.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's get back to it, and then we still got a lot to talk about, bro.
Crazy,
this
man.
one, you guys want this one?
Yeah.
I feel like that one's a little bit more smoother than this one.
The
I think so.
Here you go.
Does that shit have alcohol ratings, or is everything's 99 on tequila?
What do you mean? No, it does. As
What is that one?
I think it has 50 or 40% alcohol.
That's straight up rubbing alcohol, bro. I don't know why that shit.
Hey, as long as
nasty,
it's
bro.
not Everclear. You had Everclear before?
Never, bro.
Oh my god.
That's straight gasoline, right, or some shit.
That's like freaking 98% alcohol. It burns you.
All right, so let's take a shot.
Definitely.
Probably number what?
3.
3?
Is
That's
it?
probably even more than 3.
I thought
right?
this was 4.
I think it's 4. Okay, so number
We
4.
did a behind the scenes one, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Pickle juice. We gotta stay hydrated.
Oh, they killed it, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
killed
crazy.
it. It's crazy.
You're a genius.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a pickle in my pocket next time,
Right?
Just in case.
like I'm good
With
now.
a little glass and a little hammer.
Mm-hmm. the fuck? All right.
For emergencies.
So let's circle back to Joselo's crazy adventure or life over there in California. So where do we pick off?
So this is me getting the extended stay, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing, remember, no family, no friends. I was just thrown out there.
Yeah.
The only thing that I knew about it was the geography,
Mhm.
the highways. I got to know the cities around there, like through the map.
Mhm.
Remember, there was no such thing as Google Maps where you can just, direct your way. So I had MapQuest. I had like printed MapQuest maps at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I printed out some MapQuests to get to know like the train stations and everything, all the public transportation. I was going to say public.
They
But,
have trains over there
Yeah.
in San Francisco?
They have several trains. They have the BART train, and then they have the BART train goes all around the city.
Okay.
And then they have like an interstate train that goes like larger distances, like
Okay.
that can go all the way across the country.
Okay.
So being there without anyone, I had to just find a place to stay, and I was searching, like, the real estate over there. The
Like to live
rent,
somewhere?
it was a lot more expensive.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course, bro.
So at the time, I mean, it's not there, right?
Yeah.
maybe a 1-bedroom was like $580 back in, what was it, 2023? No, 2023. Wait,
I nodded like
2003, right?
He was thinking. I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute.
Was it like 2000?
I checked last month. This guy was like, I just checked last month.
It was like 2010, right?
No,
not
2013.
Okay. Oh,
12, 13.
Okay.
Like,
He's like my mathematics.
yeah, I was like living in the future, right? Yeah, it was ridiculously expensive, almost like $1,000 for a 1-bedroom.
damn, bro.
So one thing I learned is that the real estate over there, as far as renting, to get like cheaper rent, there was homes. So you would rent a room, and each room had its own like it's kind of like those cheap hotels. Oh, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, right?
And $2 nights.
The 2-3 hour dollar. 3 for 3 hours. I'm joking.
No, yeah. So I'm trying to save you.
You did.
Yeah. So
It's all good.
So they used to have a thing where you used to be able to like rent a room in somebody's house.
In California, you rent a room in somebody's house.
What the?
I know. And you have
Okay.
your fridge, you have your microwave, like your own little space. The
That's
closets.
crazy.
Yeah, the closets are big. And what they would do is, like the master bedroom, it was like the supervisor, like the manager of the room. So they'll charge them cheaper rent, but you have to watch over and collect the money and like manage the house and keep it clean and everything.
Okay.
For the landlord. So at the time I was trying to search, I came across an individual. Her name was Araceli. In San Jose, right?
Okay.
No, not San Jose. This is Tracy, California. So I filled out this whole application, even like background check. You know, like they're very like,
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
careful about everything.
careful, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like man, like, you know, like they're gonna run my credit and everything. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Like typical apartment application, right?
Yeah.
But for a house, you know, like to be a roommate, right? So she's just, you know, I'm this fit guy with a big smile on, and she catches on. She's like, "Oh, so what are you here for?" So I'm just telling her I'm here because of work, but I'm a big family person. I've always been around family. This is my first time out. I just took my chance, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she's making, I mean, I wouldn't tell this to a stranger, right? Like, especially me being there alone. But since she had me fill out this whole application with my driver license and everything, I was like, why not?
Right.
So she was like, okay, well, I know just a place where you can stay. And it was like, it's not going to be here. Bro, she takes me to her parents' house, bro. Don Ramon and Maria.
Her parents were doing the same thing, renting a room, or?
Yes.
Okay.
There were 2, but there was 1 vacant room in there. So whenever they moved me in, like it was like, bro, it was like $400 a month. And like the first like month's rent, they didn't even want to accept my money.
Yeah.
Because of their youngest son. He was 26 at the time, or 25, and I was just turning 23.
Okay.
And we like clicked.
Okay.
So I ended up moving into the room, and there was a cat. There was like fur everywhere. That cat had, you know, taken that room. Her name was Chiquita, I think. The cat.
Yeah.
And I was like, how in the heck? Like, is this really happening? It was like a movie.
Yeah. So you were basically living with another family.
Another
They
family,
took you in.
bro. Another family. I'm talking about the first day. I remember they had breakfast ready.
Damn.
Like, they had breakfast ready. Okay, you know, all right, I'm going to my way. And
Yeah.
they were like so humbling people. Like, I think, if I don't remember right, from Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, they're like all over there. And yeah, man, they took me in, bro. And I would go out and like try to help them, or like buy some extra groceries. And I would just watch novelas with them, like with
Damn. So Yeah, I mean, in a way, they kind of
Took me in as
they
like,
took you in.
yeah, they did.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy how if you didn't speak up that one time, that wouldn't have been a thing?
Yeah.
If you wasn't to send that email, none of that would have happened.
Yeah.
And this goes all back to the saying, you only get one first impression.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just be mindful, like, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's
Exactly.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the reason why I wrote that letter is because I remember before that letter, when they did a walkthrough, they're like, "Who's him? I want to know who that is."
Yeah.
And I heard like, "Oh, that's JT or whatever."
Yeah.
And they kind of talked to me. They liked me. I was like, so if I already have that, I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do something more. You know, like maybe I can do some. And I like my job too. You know, I like helping people and talking to people.
Yeah. Do you feel now that you look back on that moment, do you feel like you owe them in some way? Like they helped you out in so much in that time that you needed somebody, and they took you in as if you were their son in a way, right? In a way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was like, during that time, I was like the most humblest person ever. Like I would give you, you know, my food, or you need something, I'll buy you a meal. You know, that was my mentality. They took me in, and I was in Tracy because that's where I worked, 10 minutes away from there.
Okay.
So that lasted for like maybe 6-7 months until I had to go to San Jose, California, which was an hour way commute from Tracy. And
because you got transferred, or because you wanted to move somewhere else?
oh no, I went to Tracy because that's where the center was.
Okay.
But I was gonna open San Jose from scratch. So I was going back and forth, Tracy and San Jose.
Was that the whole deal of you going over there?
Yeah.
To start from scratch.
Yeah, start from scratch. But I had taken over the Tracy warehouse.
Bro, to me that's kind of mind blowing because like you weren't in your 30s. You're 21. So what
When
was
I
it about
accepted-
you that somebody trusted so much in you to know that you were going to be able to do that?
And this goes out to another story.
Yeah.
So when I was working there, they had sent one of their executives as undercover, bro. They said he was a temp. So
like the show,
like the show,
Undercover boss.
undercover boss. Yeah.
So he was like an older man,
Mhm.
and I was like sending him to lunch. I was training him. I was letting him know,
Yeah.
bro. Like it was until he started buying me lunch.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not right. Like buying me lunch.
Yeah.
And then he tells me, well, I'm the director of this and that. G, like, welcome to the company.
Yeah.
And I was like, what
Hold
the?
on, he was the director?
He was
As
like
an
the
undercover?
director.
Wow.
And I was like, holy smokes. Like, if I had like been ignorant or abused of my power,
Mhm.
if I had to let that title get to me, like, no, but I was myself. I was just so humbling and so helpful and so try to do the right thing.
That's good, bro. That's really good.
That's crazy because like if everybody that gets to know you, they'll get that impression right away. It's like a given. Like once they talk to you, you're nobody but yourself. It's funny, bro. It's like other people that you see, they have their ego, they have this persona that they have to be.
Yeah.
Where you, it's just you. There's nobody else. You know what I mean?
And
So-
that's rare as heck.
That's
right?
rare.
To
I
have
don't-
somebody like cool. Like I work in a place with 100 people.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met one person that's like that type of person that you
Right.
could probably like go up to and be like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Or you're like, I know that whenever you get home, you're the same person.
Exactly.
And
I know,
this-
yeah.
you're the only person
Even
that we
at
know.
work, man, I'm still the same guy.
I know you are. There's no denying that.
I
I
don't
mean,
have to-
obviously you have your moments.
Yeah,
We have to be serious. You have to be a boss. You have to do
definitely.
this. But you're still your age where you're like, well, I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna be whoever however you are outside of work. You're that person.
The boundaries. Like I
Mhm.
set those
Boundaries,
boundaries
yeah.
up.
Which is good, is what companies usually need, right? Somewhere to go that they can feel that they have somebody in a position where you don't have to feel like you're getting looked at or judged or micro what's it called, micromanaged,
Definitely.
which is cool. So sorry, I mean, go back to your story. So you have a family that took you in, and then what?
Man, it was like one of the best moments was I was watching. They introduced me. You know, Señor de los Cielos, the novela.
The novela.
Oh,
I think I've seen
Bro,
it.
I watched the first episode with them. I remember
Okay.
like the first episode, and that was like, I mean, right now it's like in its 10th
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. And another moment I remember was they had chickens, right? So
Okay.
I would feed the chickens. I would play with the chickens. I would I had the morning routine, coffee or tea, go outside. One time I get home and I was eating the caldo.
Okay.
Bro, I was eating the chickens.
Oh,
bro.
the chickens that you were like, you thought they were pets.
Yeah.
That's funny. I thought you were gonna say like the coyotes ate him or something.
Bro, I was eating the chickens.
No, dude.
They taste so good.
I
But
mean,
they told me, and I was like, "What?"
I mean,
You
I'm
went
pretty sure
outside
the
like,
eggs-
where did chickens at? But hold on, I have this mental image in my head. I
Yeah.
just kind of want you to describe it. When y'all are watching the novela, how were y'all sitting for some reason? I don't know. I want to know. Were you in the middle of them too, and just kind of, or y'all were sitting on the floor?
No.
That's what I'm thinking you were, bro.
So-
you're like, they were like this, or you're like,
So, so the house was like a 2-story house. So you
Okay.
go in, you have the hall, and then there's like a little dining room. You go into straight to the living room.
Mhm.
There's a catwalk, so you can see from the top. I
Mhm.
can see from my top of my room down. So Don Ramon and Maria. Don Ramon, by the way, rest in peace.
Oh, he passed away.
he passed
Yeah,
away.
definitely. Yeah, he did.
Mhm. Condolences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. They would always sit together, man.
Okay.
They remind me of my grandparents from my
Mhm.
mom's side
Mm-hmm.
because they were like a love, like
They were like really, really like the old school, lovey
old school,
dovey.
man. Yeah. So I would sit on the side. So I remember getting from work, taking out my laptop bag, just sitting in there, just watching TV, like, and just talking to them. They'll ask me how my day was. I'll, answer them back and watch the entire novela with them.
Yes,
Wow,
that's
that's
crazy. Those are
crazy,
some
bro.
good memories, bro.
That's great.
Like stuff like that is like I said, like there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen in your life where you don't even think twice about it because you're at that moment, you're living that moment at that time. Then whenever you years pass, you start thinking about that about those times, and you're like damn, like they didn't have to like be there, and be listening to what I had to say or ask me how my day was, but they did, in a way they cared for you. And you made that much of an impression to them that they felt like they were like
They like
your
trusted me
parents.
so much.
Yeah.
Like
Because who you open your doors to? I would never in my life trust anybody with my kids to live there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
that's
You want to get
good.
another shot?
Should we get another shot?
definitely. Hey, that's anyone. That's a norm, man.
That's crazy.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll do the honors this time.
Yeah, let's, I bet you can pour the
He's pouring the tesoros.
No, the pickle juice.
Oh, the pickle juice. Oh,
Yeah.
pour the other tequila.
That's good. Thank you. I can't believe we did 56
That's good.
57 minutes.
Man, it
That's
doesn't even
crazy.
feel like 56 minutes, bro.
I'm telling you.
It probably goes by. How many episodes have we not aired, bro?
We yeah. I want to say that we're probably like right now, Joselo, we're probably at well, we already said in the beginning, this is episode 24, but there's probably 10 that we didn't air.
I
just
saw it
because-
was like 25. I think I kind of like over 50.
Yeah, well, there's 56 shorts, videos, clips, everything.
Yeah, I counted
But
it
as
all
far
of
as
them.
like
Actual
actual episodes, we're only done like 20. Well, now it's 24.
Yes.
And the reason is because like I don't know if you ever had moments like this, but me and my brother were super close, bro. Like there's no comparison like as far as like how close we are and how close we've gotten, right? And there's so many episodes that we don't air because we just get into it.
yeah, we
Like not like arguing, but like he might be going through something and he airs it out
Yeah.
and he's like so emotional about it
Yeah.
that he just breaks down. And
I think the episode before the last.
I might just break down on this one, bro.
Yeah.
The episode before the last.
Yeah, the episode before the last, I broke down, bro.
yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know if
Yeah,
it was the
man.
alcohol that hit me, and then I was going through something. It
yeah.
hit me so hard.
But have y'all ever seen a therapist before?
That's what this is, bro.
I've never seen a therapist.
Never,
either.
bro.
Yeah.
This is therapy.
Yeah, because think about it like this, right? When is the last time that you actually recall these moments and these memories? It's been a long time, I'm sure, right? And it's not that you don't do it. It's just that you don't have a platform or a space or a moments where you open up like that. This is what this is to us.
Oh my God, what the hell? This is genius.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, No Se Ria podcast for us is like, it's obviously there's going to be moments in your life where you're like, you have to be serious and you cannot laugh.
Yeah.
And for us, with those moments to us, it's like the hardest moments to be serious, because when somebody tells us to be quiet, when somebody tells us don't make fun, don't joke around, is those moments where we just joke around. We can't help but be. It's like, you know how some people, whenever it comes to like going to a funeral and they can help but be happy or be laughing, is because their emotions are so like weird. That's how we are when it comes to being together.
Yeah.
We find laughing as a way for us to cope with whatever is going on.
And it goes back to everything. Like, we as men, we're like the nucleus. Like, we're supposed to keep everything together.
Yes.
We're supposed to be strong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have this face, this no shit, no pussy. Like,
Yeah, like,
I mean,
you can't. Yeah, you can't be. You have to be tough, pretty much, right? Like,
But
you have to be
doesn't
the man.
that kind of drive you crazy? Because like you'll be in a situation where you want to, like, you want to let it out, but
Mhm.
you're
can't.
like, I can't do that because
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
because I hated the fact that whenever I first got with my girlfriend, bro, I had to be that person. I had to be tough because obviously I was providing and I had to be the man of the house.
definitely.
And it wasn't until like, time passed that I was like, I can't have this much pressure on me. Like, this is my first time living by myself. This is the first time actually taking care of somebody, being with somebody and everything. And it was so much pressure for me. And I remember breaking down to her and I'll be like, man, like, I still miss my parents. Like, I'm still, you can call me a mama's boy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I miss my mom. I miss being with them. I need to have that.
Yeah.
Not just that. Like, I need to be with my brothers. I need to be there with for my nephews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember my girlfriend, obviously she was supportive. She told me, take all the time you want. Like, just because I'm here, or just because like, I'm your partner, doesn't mean that you have to 100% give me your time. It's like, I know where you're at. I know where your mind's at. I know where your heart's at. Just as long as you give me a day of your time, that would be enough. Everything else you can do whatever you want. It's like, I'm not asking for much. And to me, that meant a lot, because it was like, damn, like I remember like moving out and it was the hardest thing ever, bro. I'm pretty sure for you it was even harder because you have to be a parent, not just a provider, but you have to be a parent too, right?
I probably have one of those.
Props to you, Daniel.
maybe once a week I have this like it like like a loading bar, like from 1 to 100. You know, Monday you go up to 10%. You're kind of frustrated. Tuesday you're at 20. Sunday you're at 100. You just kind of want to go outside and just kind of like cry in the corner for a little bit and just come back to I like that happen. I probably have one of those every once in a week, but I don't do it because, like you said, you just kind of gotta. You can't show that side of you. You know what I mean?
Show it.
You can't show it. You could.
I mean,
but you can't.
Yeah, you could.
You know
but
what I mean?
like, your thing is like, you're gonna try to do whatever means necessary not to. You know what I mean? It's okay. Yeah. But it's kind of like, as a provider, as the man, as the
Yeah, I'm on Instagram a lot and I see posts like that. I see posts like sometimes you just gotta let it out.
Yeah.
And there's times, but I think the last time was me and my girl got in a fight, and I just left and I went to the park. This one right here.
Yeah, I remember.
And bro, I was just like crying disgustingly, and I just felt it like all inside of me just come out like disgustingly, bro. Like, and at the end I was just like, I feel like rejuvenated. You know what I mean? Like, I go back.
Yeah.
Like that happened.
Yeah, because like, I mean, whenever it comes to being in a relationship, a lot of people think that it has to be perfect. It has to be you have to show and prove to people that you're good. You don't argue. You're happy all the time and everything. But there's always stuff that goes on, and like there's a big difference between a girl and a guy, right? A girl is gonna tell everybody their business, probably gossip with their girls and everything. A man never does that.
Never.
A man never does that. A man never talks about the relationship, but they don't really open up about, oh, I'm going through this, or I'm going through that at home. Never. And I think whenever it comes to this podcast, also like this, we find this time to be more like, what are you going through? What do you want to talk about? Sometimes we air some stuff, sometimes we don't, and the stuff that we don't is personal to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I like the fact that you're here because like the stuff that you're talking about is stuff that you just haven't revisited in a long time, and it's cool to know that there's gonna be an episode or a video that's gonna that's gonna be able to like you're gonna be able to share this moments with
Yeah.
everybody else that's listening.
And this is perfect timing because I revisited these feelings like moving out and being where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because my 12-year anniversary, I did the speech for my employees.
Okay.
And it's pretty much 15 minutes. And I just said, I mean, I didn't go this detail, right? But I just said it how it is. Like, you know, you got to find, you know, your passion and your purpose. And that's what I was talking about because my staff is young. And, you know, being in the retail world, you don't expect for people to retire there. You know what I mean? So you have a high turnover of employees and you're always searching. But I'm always looking towards empowerment, you know, empowering the young group. I mean, I've got employees that they're not managers, they're teachers. They're doing what they wanted to do, you know, and they're thriving. So to me, to know that in my conscience that they reached their goals is like a satisfaction. Kind of like a teacher. Yeah. Like I like teaching. Yeah. Like, you know, empowering the people and, you know, showing them.
It's kind of like
giving them opportunity.
You might not have kids right now. You might in the future. You might not. Who knows? But at least you know that you touch a lot of young people's lives. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like they're your kids in a way. You molded them. You taught them your ways. Your you know, just whatever influence you had on them. You see it now, you know, you in their future, they might be, like you said, you know, either, you know, teachers, whatever. And some of that influence was because of you. And that's, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's good. It's badass to know that even though you weren't a teacher, you were in a way, you know?
So now what you told me, that's kind of like reinforcing, like, wow, like that I'm shocked. Like, maybe me being a manager now, it's time like to think about where I want to retire. Yeah. You know, how I can really help people. Yeah. You know, how can I really find my purpose?
Yeah. I mean, dude, like I know I've seen some TikToks of you whenever you're cooking and stuff like that. Yeah. And you're natural. You find that whenever it comes to, you know, being in front of people, being in front of camera, or just in general, like, you know, you have to be on you know, just in that moment, you're good at it, you know?
Well, they're unscripted, like this show. And I just go like my TikTok is off of my feelings. So whenever I make a TikTok, it comes to me the same day. And I have to do it that same day or the next morning.
It's gone.
No later than the next morning. Yeah. Because if I don't do it, it's gone, bro. Yeah. I never see it again. So that's how my TikToks come. Yeah. And if you go in my TikToks, like, bro,
it's like a little diary and shit.
The little diary where they're like been blowing up a little bit too. Like, what the hell? Like, I didn't expect.
I hope they do, and it's pretty cool because like no other person I think deserves that more than you. Just because, like, I mean, I feel like you know in your heart that where you're at right now is not where you should be in a way, right? Like in a way, I see you doing way more stuff that, like, you know, like reaches more people, more of a, you know, like a platform that you're able to kind of like reach so many people. And I feel hopefully that this is what it is, because like this is just the beginning, bro. Like you can do so much when it comes to your TikToks. You can do podcasts, you can do vlogs, you can do anything, you know. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm quitting next week. We're gonna do No Se Ria.
Take a shot on that, bro. Hey, dude, I would not mind, bro. You've been a good guest so far, and you know, like, I mean, let's take a shot.
Pickle juice.
That's crazy, bro.
Straight up pickle juice.
That's pickle juice, bro.
I think I'm gonna buy one, just have it in my fridge, bro. Hey, drink Coke and then drink a little sip.
This pickle juice came through. Hello?
What up, Jake Tizzle?
Oh, this is Compost right here.
Oh, what's up, Compost?
What's up, guys?
Tell him where you're at.
Hey, Compost, we're in the podcast right now. Can you just tell him your story so we can put it in the podcast? Hey, Compost, so can you tell us the story of when you accompanied me to California and you drove?
Oh, yeah. So we're about 22 years old, right? Something like that. We're 22 years old. You asked me to help you relocate to California. We know how to get there or anything. We just hit the GPS and we took off one day. And I was sick, and I had a flu. And all I remember is we took the trip, and by the time I got there, I got you sick, and then I flew back. That's all I remember. But it was a long trip because JT would fall asleep like every three hours, or like he'll be falling asleep. Like we were 1 hour out of Houston, he was already falling asleep on the wheel.
So Campos did most of the driving, by the way.
Yeah, I did all the driving.
That's how real of a guy this is. And he had an ex-girlfriend at the time that he lost because of me.
Nah, it was not you.
Now I was just saying there's JT was telling us that there's only like a handful of friends that he has, and like he pretty much told us that you're like one of his best friends. It's pretty badass because like the story he tells us, like you're all in like those stories. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, and I'm fortunate to be part of those stories too. I love JT. He's one of my greatest friends too. So, I mean, we have our ups, we have our downs, but at the end of the day, it's my boy, and I will always have his back, and I know he always has my back.
That's badass.
We've been friends for 20 years plus, so like
that's
there's no
insane.
going
That's
back no
crazy,
more,
bro. Hey, now that he went to the restroom right now, what is one of the very embarrassing things he has ever done that you can bring up?
One of the most embarrassing things.
Or whatever, just something that he's like, hey.
He likes to he loves to karaoke.
Yeah, he told us he's been doing that, pretty often.
But he's very awful at karaoke.
Wait, we might tell him to do that right now. Then that'd be funny.
You should. You know what? You should ask him to sing you the Grinch.
The Grinch? Okay.
He's really good at that.
All right, we'll tell him right now. Then whenever he comes back, there you go, bro.
All right, Campos. Well, have a good one, bro.
Sing the Grinch.
Oh, he told us to sing the Grinch.
All right, I'll sing the Grinch.
You're gonna get ready and everything.
Yeah, get ready.
That's crazy. Perfect timing, huh?
Perfect timing.
I thought you said that was a friend you had, not a friend you have.
I've been knowing that guy since second grade.
He told us you've been knowing each other for 20-something years.
That's
just
crazy.
Since second grade. Him and
Wow.
David, my only two best friends in second grade.
Yeah. You're gonna do the Grinch or what?
I'm just gonna do like just 10 seconds of it. All right, here we go.
This is a karaoke by JT.
Come on, bro.
Hold on, can you hear it? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
That's not bad at all, though. That was pretty good, bro.
I think it's the shots, but I could do better.
It's crazy.
Did you? Oh, you still on the phone with him?
Oh no, I hung up.
Oh my god!
Let's do this, guy. So where we live,
at this point, should we even pour it?
Where
Just
we
drink it out the thing?
Maybe I need to do a scene where I'm like chugging it by the bottle, right? Because that's my signature move.
Is it?
There you go.
I got one already.
At the club, bro, I'm like this.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, bro. Let's all cheers
All right.
to just getting together, reminiscing,
Definitely.
and yeah, just catching up. And we should do more often.
All right, so we are back.
We're back. Now
I
we're
think-
30 minutes
I
on the
think,
clock.
I think obviously we don't want to keep you all night, but
No, you're fine.
something we like to do, and we're
Mhm.
probably gonna do later on, is we like scary shit. We're thinking of getting one of those talking stuff spirit box and going to like a haunted hotel and talking.
Yeah.
Just because we always see stuff, not see stuff, but we're interested. I don't know if you ever seen, experienced. I mean, obviously we want to hear.
Well,
what everybody has to say.
I'm interested in UFOs. Have you ever seen a UFO?
Never.
Man,
heard
bro,
of
I
we're
want to, bro. Like,
Never heard of
But
one.
have you ever had an what do you call those paranormal
Paranormal,
activity?
yeah.
Paranormal
experiences.
me and
Experience.
Lalo have.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Yes, sir. Put the thing.
But
How do
we
you
don't- I think
remember?
you want to talk about that.
All right. I can start it off. I remember back then, me and Joselo used to always work with my parents, right? And we used to always get together and yeah, we used to just kind of like help my parents, but barely help. It was us just going just to be there with them, you know, pretty much. And yeah, I remember me and Joselo was joking around like we always do. This is the thing. We'll get there. My parents will be like, hey, dress up as if you're going to help us. Once you dress up and everything, just go to the side and just chill. It's something small that we're going to do. And me and Joselo were just kind of like chilling. And yeah, we're just like messing around. And then we heard something. You want to take the next part?
Yeah, we heard something. And that was a steel door. I'm kidding you not. This door was at least over 60 or 100 pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah.
Just shut.
Yeah.
Hard. And I remember once it shut, I looked at it, Eduardo, and he looked at me, and we're like,
yeah, we're like shocked. Like, what the hell? Like,
what did we do? We ran away?
No, our first thought, and I remember asking you, like, our parents are messing with us. Like, it has to be my dad or my
we
or your
stayed
uncle.
There.
I mean, my uncle.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, we're just like shocked. Like, we're like, let's just go check. It probably was like maybe a couple, maybe a minute after we heard it. We're like, let's just go investigate. We're like, you know how whenever you're scared, you get tough. You're like, let me just go. Mm-hmm. So me and him, we go check, and there's literally nobody there. We were like, I'm pretty sure our dad just went, or you know, my dad or uncle went over there, scared us, and then they went back.
What do you mean, like?
So it literally sounded
from the other side of the door.
Yeah. So there's two rooms dividing the rooms was a steel door that was like pretty heavy,
like,
right?
Oh, okay.
And
30,
that
20 feet away from us.
Yeah, 20 feet. We're like, I don't know what the hell we were doing. We were just joking around. We're just making time go by.
We were putting on our gear.
Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. And then the door just slams like hard, like somebody just grabbed it and slammed it. It's a steel door. Like you said, it was super heavy. There's no way that
I remember now.
Gust of wind was going to do that, right?
We went to the door and we tried doing it as hard.
Yes. And there was like no way.
Like, we couldn't do it as hard as it went.
Yeah. And
we ran to like where they mix the paints and everything and the big totes, and there was nobody there. We were trying to look for our parents.
Yeah. And I remember, I don't know if you remember the doorknob didn't have a doorknob. Yeah. It was just a hole you can see through it.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were like looking over there, we saw like, you could tell somebody was moving over there. Mm-hmm. You're like, it's our dad or our uncle just trying to scare us. Mm-hmm. So a couple of minutes passed and we just got tough. We went to go investigate. There was nobody there. And we went through every room. Remember, they used to have like a little room where they used to eat, like a little cafeteria.
Nothing.
Went in there, nothing. They're like, let's just go check on our
storage,
dad.
everything, everything. Until we went to check up on them, and they were working.
They're busy working, painting. There's no way they were gonna do that. They were gonna try to scare us.
Yeah,
that was like one of the moments where we were like, okay, we don't know what it was, but we're at this point where it was like, we're young, we're still young, we're still considering as like little kids, you know, we're scared, dude. And we couldn't explain it. So Ivan's over here taking a fireball. Look at him taking.
Damn.
You want to take one?
Yeah, this one's already open.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh no, it wasn't this one.
Okay, this one's open.
Okay.
Oh my god. Anyway, just sip on that one. I'll sip on this one.
And that was good.
Is it?
Yeah. Psych.
That's pretty good.
So we looked at each other like, what the hell?
They looked at each other like, what did we just witness, right? Mm-hmm. And that was that was one story, right? Like, this is whenever we were working at a different location. Then my parents ended up relocating to a different company, same company but a different location. In that location, they worked right next to the cemetery.
Okay.
So I remember my dad always used to tell me like stories about whenever they were like outside late at night, they would hear stuff like people crying and stuff like that in the middle of the night.
Bro, that's crazy because working next to a cemetery, like 100% somebody died, right?
Obviously.
Millions of people, not millions, but maybe thousands of people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hundreds.
At the area
for sure. Like anywhere. Right now where they work, there's a cemetery next door.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is
the whole war.
No. There's a cemetery.
There's a cemetery
door.
right next to our dad's company right now. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know
But what
that.
I'm saying is, there's for sure something's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Something
For sure.
has to.
It's not a house that maybe one person died 1950 that maybe something can happen, but for sure something's gonna happen.
It's like
You know what I mean?
it's like us going right now to that place.
Exactly.
Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Something.
Something's gonna happen.
Something.
Something's gonna happen.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something. Hey. Something. Something.
Hello.
Cheers to everybody watching us.
So where were we right now?
We were just talking about we're talking about friends. You only have a few of them. You only have a few that you can call best friends.
Definitely.
And you happen to have what, 3 of them?
Yeah, so I only have 3 best friends. So it's Campos, David, and Stephanie. You know, they're my best friends. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're definitely my best friends. By the way, we're doing a podcast, so it will come soon.
Yeah, this is just kind of like behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So, California, right? I live with Don Ramon. Did you say end the live? Damn, did I fuck up that bad?
No, I'm just joking.
Man, if we're listening to some Grupo Firmo, right? Grupo Firmo Grupo Firmo right now, this would be like crazy. Bueno, pues estamos aquí en el episodio de podcast, estamos con No Se Ria. Y estamos con mi primo Eduardo, mi primo Daniel y mi primo Iván. ¿Dónde se fue Iván? Vamos a hacer un podcast de
lo que sea, pretty much. Like, we don't really prepare. We just go off the dome. We just keep it real, pretty much. Yes, sir.
I have like 363
We're sure, okay. It's like right next door.
You alright? Can you turn the camera on? Go for the restroom.
That's hilarious, bro.
There's a lot of shit we haven't talked about.
Dude, I don't know why, but
just
the
personally
drinks
what?
kind of started kicking in for whatever reason. But
Dude, this is crazy.
I don't even know how the fuck my shot got refilled.
You know what? How did my shot get refilled?
you know what? Let's end it with a shot and just kind of like end it there.
All right, definitely.
All right, so whoever's listening at this point, it's been maybe like over 2 hours. So if you guys like the podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys like JT as a guest, let me know, and we'll leave him to another episode. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I haven't even finished explaining my story.
Dude, we're still on that part. We're still on that part where he's talking about like how life was in San Francisco. We never got to that part.
Dude, life in San Francisco was crazy, bro.
All right, well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
If you guys want JT to be a guest on the next episode, comment down below, and we'll see you guys in episode 25.